Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hesse Honda YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some predictions after the year 9 anniversary event livestream for Dead by Daylight just ended, and they showed us this very nice roadmap for year 10. The first licensed chapter, which they revealed to us during the stream, was going to be the new FNAF chapter, which will only come with the new killer, Springtrap, and a new map, which is the Freddy's Pizzeria map, which is very exciting news. And even though I predicted that this would never happen, it was announced, I think a couple days later, that FNAF was going to be coming out in June of this year. So I thought it would never happen, but I'm happy that it did. The one thing that caught my eye the most was the licensed chapter that comes right after the first licensed chapter in June and July. I was thinking, oh my god, 2 new survivors. That has to be Sam and Dean from Supernatural, right? Well, while looking through this roadmap, I was looking at the letterings, and I noticed some of them were faded out a little bit. I'm like spelling it out, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like typing it into Google, and it literally brings me to the TV show The Ones Who Live, The Walking Dead. So we are getting a Walking Dead chapter featuring probably Michonne and Rick Grimes. Great stuff coming out, and I'm surprised I even caught that because it's not very obvious. You kind of have to analyze it a little bit, kind of be like, wait a minute, some of these are faded. And I thought just because I screenshotted it that the screenshot might have been, blurry, or it was shining or something happened to it. But no, that's literally just the static image of what it looks like. So very, very interesting stuff that I can't believe I caught it super early on. Now, after that chapter, we go into September with a original killer and survivor chapter, and I have no idea what this could be, but Dracula was a stealth killer and Chucky was a stealth killer, but since then, I don't know if we've had many other stealth killers in particular. Maybe we're going to get another stealth killer who has a unique gameplay loop. I don't think we've really had that many original stealth killers. We have some, like Wraith, and I can't really think of any because most of them are licensed. I also think it could be a ranged killer. There's already 3 ranged killers in the game. There is room for improvement or, an addition to the ranged formula. And my idea for a ranged killer would be maybe like a hunter from the outback, or like a woodsman who would, instead of throwing attacks from far away that damage you, they would throw like a bola, which is a device used to trap animals or humans between their legs that kind of restrain them from moving. The idea would be the bola would restrain you, so you would have to be super slowed or stunned basically until you remove the bola, and then the killer would close the distance and be able to down you. So that would be my idea for a ranged killer. And if it was a ranged killer, I suggest the Outback, because the Outback, there's a lot that happens out there, and I don't think we've really toured Australia that much, so it'd be a nice change of nationality, And then we move on to November, which is another licensed killer and survivor chapter, but this time with 2 new survivors. And I'm gonna be honest, there's really not a lot that I can think of. One, it's a new Stranger Things chapter with the killer being Vecna, and maybe the 2 survivors being Jim Hopper and Grace. I don't really like that idea because we already have Vecna in Dead by Daylight. I really hope it's not, because that'd be kind of lame as hell. It could also be the Supernatural chapter. I'm not that far into Supernatural, so I don't know if there's an overarching villain that torments Sam and Dean, but if there was, or if there's a very popular villain on the show, I think this would be a very interesting chapter to bring them in on, because you can't think of a licensed chapter with 2 survivors. The only other option I can think of, and this is just a joke, it's Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the one ghost from Cyber Chase. That's the only other one I can think of. So there's not really a lot of wiggle room for me to think. If you guys have any suggestions of what the new licensed chapter for November could be, or any other chapter in particular, let me know down in the comment section below, because some of these are really stumping me. And lastly, for the March chapter, we get a new survivor and a new realm or map. They do say new realm and not new map, so I'm not really sure what that means. New survivor chapters don't really excite me too much. The last time I think it did was probably the Ash and Evil Dead one, because that was pretty cool. Maybe it's going to be like a lawyer. I don't know if there is a lawyer in the game yet. Could be that. The Dead by Daylight team is starting to go into the medieval and older fantasy type genres and themes, so you're kind of have to guess based on a lot of fantasy ideas, which there's not really too many. Maybe it's an insane asylum, like patient. They should really add survivors that aren't, some aren't good by nature, but they still survive, that they aren't killers. I think that'd be interesting. So maybe have like an agitator survivor that survives by being very ratty, or maybe he cuts deals and backstabs people. Thanks for tuning in to my ideas and predictions for the next year of Dead by Daylight. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Take care.